Let's go. All right, so this morning I was looking at my scans, and from yesterday I saw DWAC pop up for a little bit, and I thought it was gonna be something crazy today. It was a last time DWAC went super crazy when some Trump news came through. So I was like, oh, this thing might turn up a little bit to tomorrow. We'll see. So I just been keeping an eye on it, and doesn't it just looks like it's kind of going sideways right now. We jump over here to the main chart. Just a nice little upwards move from 17 up to 22 yesterday. Looking at the other larger time frames here, so we can see it got beat down, has a little bit of a top over 24-ish, which it kind of went towards yesterday, but yeah, just fading off. So, and the volume isn't as high as it was yesterday. I mean, volume just poured into that thing like a million or 2 million shares like in a couple of minutes. I was like, okay, what's going on? What's up, Donnell? Good morning. Says penny stocks in focus. Yep. Penny stocks are in focus. Where? Let's jump over here. So what penny stocks are you guys seeing this morning? Are you seeing any big rippers down there in the real penny stock world? Oh, I don't even. In the real penny stock world, we'll be looking for something that can make some moves today, though. BFRG is one that I did see upon looking at the markets this morning. I was like, oh, okay, this thing isn't looking horrible, but we will see what it wants to do with 4 million shares traded on it. What was the news? Built Bullfrog AI collaboration with Lieber. Okay, so it has AI catalyst, like the last time we saw it. Development yields potentially groundbreaking biological stratification of brain expression data. That sounds scientific. Okay, so they presented on the 11th on Weeble, a healthcare webinar. Let's see, launched a preclinical study, but they're dealing with the brain. See if we can see any other movers that are moving with brain catalysts. On the 15-minute, we can see it had a level here at the 350. Now, this is an old level that I drew because it's still red. If we jump over here to the higher time frames, we can see on the monthly chart, got up here to $9, pulled back. And yeah, these are old levels that I've drawn in here. And right now it's trading around the 322, so right under this first level. I'll change this to the regular. This little push down here is right where it's trading under. So 343. I wonder what will happen on a break of 343. 350, I guess, could be another way to look at it. Looking out here on the daily chart, does it have any gaps to fill? So we had a gap down here, way back here on, what's this day? What's February, March of last year. Then another gap right there that got filled, came down. Then another gap right here, they got filled. Then another gap right here. So all of its gaps are pretty much filled. And we're just looking for that 350 is probably what they're going to be looking for a breakout. Let's look into the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart had it's trading right at the top of this candle here. Now we have seen a couple of faders that have engulfed their green candles, but we'll see. BFRG is definitely one of those that we've seen before, so it may be choppy, but I'm thinking it's got some pretty good potential to actually go higher. We'll see though. I don't want to put too much stock behind it if it wants to wake up or not. Good morning, Lori Lee. Lori, I still didn't get your email. Hit my I was trying to send you Lauren's email, and I was looking for your email. I was like, well, I ain't got it yet, so can't send it. I didn't want to just be putting her email in the public chat. That's why I was gonna email you her email. But good morning, everybody. MIMO getting attention. MIMO 26 cents. Boy, that thing couldn't even let's see. It moved from 8 cents up to 32 cents during pre-market though. So what is the catalyst here? Oh, I meant to go over here. So here's the larger time frame. So the monthly beatdown award. Let's see. So it's trading around 32 cents right now. It's kind of looking like BFRG with this little break, this little possibility of a break at 36 cents. So they have similar patterns if they can get through these highs, but I'm thinking BFRG has more historical breakout type moves than MIMO. I can't even remember MIMO from any trading time. Um. Oh my! I put my email into that message that I sent you. But it's also in my about page, I believe, on my YouTube. The contact, whatever. I think it's like contact or something on YouTube. Let me see. Okay. I think it's like contact something community, or maybe it's in some of these. Maybe it looks different for me than it does for y'all. Oh yeah, there it is. Channel details. You can view the contact email, and the email is that HHART chat at Gmail. Oh my bad, I'm not even showing y'all. My bad. HH at ART chat. That is the email, and I can put that. Oh my goodness, let me just please select one thing, copy, and I could put that into here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Okay, where am I going? Where am I going? I was going to Yahoo. Okay, back over here to the scans. Um, oh, I was looking at the SPY yesterday. That's what I was looking at the SPY coming into another test of this double top and another failure on this breakout. Now, the last time it was here, it did that first original month green, and then it had this fall down pattern on that secondary month of here of testing. So I'm like, I wonder, is this going to be a repeat pattern? This thing did a false breakout up here to 478 on the monthly and has come back down to 476. Now, if it breaks down 472, that's going to be going red on the month, and then even lower, the 466s down here could continue to show a little bit of bearish motion. So that's been my thinking point on the SPY, thinking it's coming into this double top and really just showing some very weird moves around this top. Sometimes some of these tickers we've been seeing are super bullish, and then we have like those couple of days of just indecision, like indecision in the market for like 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, not just in one day, but like a ongoing indecision up here at the highs. So I want to see them make a choice. Are they going to push through the 480s, or are they going to need to actually do a little bit more testing for support? Is my question on that. What will we see? Okay. Also, let's go over here to what else we got. Don't really see any big movers. All I see is things that have fallen and are still falling, like Spirit Airlines absolutely dumped yesterday. I mean, it was somebody, I don't know if they filed a report, I don't know what they did, but it dropped from $16 down to 7. I don't know if y'all fly Spirit, but I haven't heard many good things about Spirit Airlines. I've heard, it's one of those places where you can get the cheap tickets, but you may not make the landing. So Spirit is definitely finally showing that on the charts again. It did it in 2020 as well, back, or was this 2020? Yeah, in 2020 during the COVID dip, came back up to 40, then dropped all the way back down to $7. That thing not looking great. Still keeping an eye on DWAC though. See how far it wants to come down. Does it want to come back to, like, I don't know. For a day trade, I don't know what it's gonna do. But I do know today BFRG is on a couple of gainers lists because it's like one of the only ones doing something with some range. And we'll also keep an eye on MIMO as well. MIMO up 280%. We'll see how that treats people. Only 30 cents. 30 cents up. See, it's hump day, so we'll see what hump day wants to give us. But yeah, I'm thinking MIMO and BFRG got a really similar setup for this breakout though. Breakout at the 36 cents, which is funny, it's 36, and then BFR whatever is right at the 330s as well, trying to break over 340. So it's like similar numbers as well. But I'm thinking BFRG is going to be the one. With 5 million shares now on it, MIMO has 84 million shares on it. Let's go look at these floats. That's what I didn't do. Let's start with BFRG. Okay. BFRG, come on up. BFRG with a float of 2.24 million. And we got for the profile. What's this one's? Health information services. So this is artificial intelligence, just like we saw with the first time it came up. Um, they're working on several different human diseases, dealing with liver cancer, obesity, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic steto ooh, stetohepatitis. Stetohepatitis. I'm tripping. Okay. Um, but yeah, they're working on. They got cancer in there. They got AI in there. So let's see if people get excited today. Also, let's look at the if they have any shelf registrations. None of those out here. No shelf registration. So let's go and check out a couple other places to see if that float is consistent. BFRG. Donnell says really lame scans and just sitting, don't really know. Uh, don't really see anything I would trade. Public float, 1.37 million on BFRG. BFRG. Shares float is a million. Okay, so around 1 to 2 million is kind of consistent on this one. BFRG. Yep. Okay, so let's check MIMO. MIMO Telecom Services, Airspan Networks Holdings, based out of the United States. Airspan Networks Holdings designs and produces wireless network equipment for 4 and 5G networks for mainstream public telecommunications. Okay, so is that going to beat the cancer and AI though? Do they have any AI here? Fixed wireless access backhaul solutions. Company also provides software, radios. Okay, I'm not seeing AI or cancer in that one. Let's go and look at another source. Okay, 5.74 million. Oh, actually, I didn't check the float over here. Float 28.51 million over here on Yahoo Finance. Float is 5.74 million over here on FinViz and MIMO. Float of 5.74 over here on MarketWatch. No kind of shelf registrations that we see. And float around 5.7. So most of the sources say 5 something in the float. So we'll see. We shall see how these want to play. I'm just trying to see on BFRG where would be, because last time right here we saw this thing break over 350s and then on the next day had an explosion. But I think the news was a little bit stronger back here during the AI run of that 343. Look at the trading sizes here on BFRG, trading within the pennies. 27 cents has a pretty big order floating out there. Oh, they're trading 15,000 shares. Wow, they're really confident. But this thing is pretty cheap, so seeing 10,000 something shares isn't even that hard for a normal person. So, you know, definitely wouldn't be any big money down here playing in this. They're probably gonna be focused on BFRG unless something else new pops up, which I'm not really seeing. Previous level that it was trading at though down here, it's got a level of the 290s. Looks like it has some trading in this zone. So from 290 to like 275, there was some trading, and we'll see what happens down there if it can get down there. And I will make these two not white, so I'll know that this is some kind of trading zone. What can I make this? What can I make this to mark a trading zone? I'll put this as yellowish. This was a trading zone. All right. So we got a little bit of a trading zone in here. And this was just too quick. This isn't something that's kind of like a zone. This is just a little bit of a chop around. Let's jump out here to the higher time frames and see if we can see any other zones. So down here to right around the $293 level. See if we can get a drop through there. On the higher time frames, you can kind of see where that zone is. On the weekly, definitely some trading in there before it moved down. I don't know if we can get all the way down there though, and there's not really any super obvious levels in between on the monthly for sure. Um, Weekly definitely not. So I guess the main thing is, hey, can it break 350? We'll see if it can come on down. But you know, it if it does come down to $3, it's gonna be like up like what 10% on the day. So I don't know how much people will actually be looking at it with it coming down. Mike D, Stunks and Chumps. Uh-oh. Stunks and Chumps. I was just talking to Lori about you about I was giving her my email so I can give her your email. But yeah. She was like, "Where's your email?" I'm like, "On my channel." But I gave it to her. So I'll get that to y'all once probably once after the stream if she was already sent it. Mimo. Let's see. We got 2 minutes, about 2 minutes left to the open. I wonder what a test of 350 is gonna look like for BFRG though. Is it gonna be like super strong, just blasting through it, or does it need to test it, give that fake break, and then pull back for an actual move? And right here, this is the 15 minutes, so this is what I'll be looking at to, do any kind of purchasing. Let's see it open up. Thirty seconds. Yeah, X chat. Yeah. Twitter is YouTube is pretty much where I started, so that's where the most people come to. But I have it over there so they can see it. I'm streaming to like 6 different sites right now, so most people go to those sites and then they come over here because there's links to YouTube because it's just better quality. Twitch video quality isn't the best either. All right, BFRG. Oh, I can actually go over here. BFRG. We're seeing that little pop. Bottom side here is the 318s. If now this 343 level that we're looking at, this 350 level, this is what I was asking. I wonder, is it going to need to do a fake break and then come back? Uh, 325 is playing around right now. We'll see what happens though. Looking on the daily chart, we can see how much it's really about to, looking like it's going to break through the 333s here. If we zoom in and do this, we can see this breakout level 330s that is trying to push. Even on the monthly chart, look at this monthly chart right here. Big buy up and looking like it's going to be trying to break out of that 350. But of course, this is the open, so uh, there may be some bigger players coming in here wanting to take a position before this thing tries to go higher. So let's see. Or will it be one of those that just halts past the 350? So it did the breakout, came up here right to our 343 line or 343 zone, I guess you can say. And looking like it's facing a little bit of resistance. And this was the false breakout that I was talking about. Has a bottom all the way down here at the 317s right here. So let's see how that 317 holds up now. And rent. Only up 25% right now. Nice choppy stop. On the 4 hour, for this to go red, it will need to get back under the 330s. And it's only 10 cents away from this possible breakout, so it's not a long way away. 44s, 45s. And that's another tap. So that's 2 tests trying to go higher. Let's see if it wants to retest the 325s. There's 330s again, tapping. And at this point, this is consolidation. A lot of people don't like to get into consolidation because it's, it's not just 50-50. It's like a lot worse statistics in here for this thing to be playing around in consolidation like this, doing these false breakouts. But I do know one thing: if people are trying to get in for that 350 break, up there's the 350 touch. Very quick touch on 350. No real pullback though. Barely moving cents coming out of there though. This breakout was only from the 340 up to the 350, so a 10-cent breakout. And now shorts are attacking it on that 350 level. So looking at the monthly chart, that 350 level is this right here that we're looking at right here. This little flat top, whatever, jumping out there. Now it's up to 360s. Getting a little bit of excitement. So the question is, will it be able to hold over 350? Start making those higher lows above 350. 350, 350. A little bit lower high. But at this point, I do not want to see this thing go down to 290. It shouldn't be going all the way back down there. At least hold up to 3 for another try. And we can see on these months, these last 3 months, we've seen an increase. So we saw an increase. The low was 263, then a break of that low all the way to 238, and then a higher low here, 243. And so it's making some little moves. It's on a little uptrend. It doesn't have a whole lot of trading history, only less than a year, but still making some moves. Will they be able to hold this thing down? So it's back under 350. Looking for it to retest some of this buying pressure down here around possibly the 315s down to the 3. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove this other trading zone. I don't even know if it can make it back there. I'm gonna make these the yellow ones. All right. So a possible zone in there. Okay. So coming back under, and this was the retest of the 350, and 350 is looking like it's kind of becoming resistance, but popping back up there above it. A little bit stronger than expected. So these big intraday wicks like this, I kind of see this as, some rather larger sizes coming in there, pushing that thing. So I kind of look at this as like the war zone with bigger money, bigger accounts. I didn't even look at MIMO. What is MIMO doing? MIMO did the same thing, breaking or trying to break through this high. MIMO was the cheaper one that we saw, this 36-cent break, but it doesn't have the range of BFRG. So I'm thinking bigger traders will be focused on that. DWAC was also a mover from yesterday as well. The Trump news came through. He won. I think it was Ohio or no, it was Iowa. Iowa was the news. BFRG up 30%, man. What is this first moves downwards going to look like? Closing up the first 5 minutes of the day. Coming into it. Lori Lee says volume on MIMO is insane. Yeah, but it's cheap though. If it wasn't so cheap, I mean, if it was doing that and not being so cheap, yeah, it would probably be crazy. But this breakout here, 30 cents up to 34 cents, a nice 4 cent break. But I mean, I don't know. BFRG just looks so much more, I mean, it did a 10, 20 cent breakout and continues to show that it's trying to hold this 350 up. But I'm looking for some sell off for better prices. Walmart. Let's see. Let's see. As you can see, I put all the charts on one screen so I can just see how the trade is going between different time frames: the monthly, the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, the hour, and the 15 minute. And it just kind of just helps me look at where the zones are and things like that. But we're gonna see what this thing wants to do back to the downside, but it continues to press up and become more and more choppy. And MIMO has 140 million shares traded on it right now, and it's back under 30 cents. So it gave back that 4 cent gain really quick. So I wonder, just like BFRG, is BFRG gonna do some type of hard pullback like this from this little short term breakout? We'll see. Looks like more attention is coming over to BFRG though. Trying to get up to those 370s. $360s, $368s. Looks like it's trying to hold up the three. Yeah, it's definitely holding up the $350s. Lordy, lordy. Now, will it get that big pullback like MIMO? Oh man, if this thing double tops up here and then rips all the way back down, I don't know if it's going to be able to continue. 375's up there. Okay. MIMO back over 30 cents. DWAX slowly giving up that 20 again. Had a big pop up from 20 up to 21. Pretty big range on that one, but not even a million shares traded on DWAC. BFRG. BFRG has a relative volume of 322, 323 times its regular volume, and the relative deviation is 7.68 times outside of the norm. So very abnormal movement for BFRG. I'm just gonna keep my eye on BFRG. Oh my gosh, I just looked away for a second looking at the scans, and there's the pullback. Okay, so BFRG pulling back under the 350s, and that is a very large pullback here. We'll see what happens back in this zone, back around this indecision level. But wow, I literally looked away for a minute just to check the relative volume, and yeah, shorts are getting a little antsy here. Also, let me flip out my grading chart for BFRG, where would be the spot, right? So let's go ahead and, oh, did I get rid of my Excel? That's crazy. All right. Let's see if those are still here. Nope. All right, let's see if I can open this. Open my Excel files. Let's Google Drive, or wait, was it in there? There we go. All right, BFRG heading on down. So this is the chart that I pretty much, or not, well, I guess you can call it a chart or Excel. First of all, how long has this ticker been trading? Little less than a year. So I'm not even gonna give it a full year. I'm just gonna leave that on a 0. Does it have an ATR of 1? It has an ATR of 27. 27 cents. So dot 27. Okay, that's gonna get a 0. Relative volume, 360 times its normal. 360, nice relative volume. Relative standard deviation, we got 7.68. Nice relative standard deviation. Obvious catalyst. Obvious catalyst. So it says they have a collaboration with Labor Institute for Brain Development. Okay. So let's see. So this collaboration marks a pivotal moment in psychiatric research, said the CEO of Bullfrog AI, but they haven't come out with any. Oh, there is data here. Let's look at this data. Let's look at this data here. All right, Australian patent. Oh my gosh, bro. Give me what I want or else. No, I'm kidding. All right. The proprietary data from LIBD included gene expression data from over 2,800 brain samples encompassing schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, and non-psychiatric control brains. Utilizing graph analytics, Bullfrog AI and LIBD have, for the first time, clustered subjects based solely on their biological data, independent of their behavioral diagnosis. diagnosis. This innovative approach has yielded promising insights highlighting distinct differences and similarities in biological pathways across various brain disorders. Moreover, it has revealed biological subtypes within individual disorders, offering a nuanced understanding that could lead to personalized treatment strategies. Okay, so they've done a little bit of work in the psych wards and things like that. Okay. All right, so not completely dead. It's some relatively good news. Let's continue looking on the larger time frames. Actually, let's continue to complete the chart here. So we got the ATR 27 cents, hasn't been trading for a year. Relative volume, relative standard deviation, obvious catalyst, notes on that catalyst. So they're basically working with psychiatric. Let me grab that. Where'd it go? 2023 agreements, early findings. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'll take that. Just to remind me what this thing was doing. So copy that. And I will wrap this text. All right, anyway, and make that a little bit bigger so I can at least read it a little bit. All right, so psychiatric conditions, what's the strength of that catalyst? Well, based on everything else that's moving, I also see something else coming up, which is SHOT. Jump over here and see what SHOT is. This is another pharma company. SHOT up 17%. Is $2.10 with 1 million shares traded. Not a whole lot of trading volume there. Trying to keep up with BFRG. Safety shot responds 3 unauthorized tagging of his stock and making false claims. Oh, I don't know any part of that then. False claims, I'm good. Time frame sync. So this is another one that I added here. Time frame sync. What time frames are syncing up for a particular ticker? So if I go to BFRG and the monthly chart, nice uptrend looking like on the monthly chart. Green, 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 green. Also uptrend on BFRG daily chart, pulling back but still green on the day. So pretty much a nice bullish action across the board. So I'll come back over here and I'll say, okay, 6 of those are happening. And then, but that's resistance. Okay, so let me look. I got 2 different types. One is resistance, obvious resistance on the time different time frames, and then the support. So resistance, we already saw that was the 350, right? So 350 was what we saw on the time frames syncing up. 350. Okay. And then support. Let's go over here and find where the support area was. So we saw a previous zone here where it traded between 250 and right up here around 350. So about $1 of support down here that it could fall back into. Kind of like a little range in there. So okay, support down here, 250 on the monthly, based on monthly. And the trend. So of course we saw the uptrend. Uptrend was what we saw there on the higher time frame. Nice little start to a curl out, right? Curling down here to the 250s, just like it curled the first time to 250s. So that's 2 times it's been in this level. All right, so time frame upward from 250. This seems like it's the strongest theme in the day, but DWAC is also coming back through. DWAC is over 21 now, looking like it wants to come back green on the day. Let's look at that real quick. And these are the only three that I've been watching. DWAC, BFRG, and MIMO. MIMO, I don't know if it's gonna last, but let's look over here on DWAC. DWAC breaking over $22 now, breaking over this previous level. So DWAC, is the Trump news going to outweigh the psychiatric news of BFRG is the question. And I think Trump news is, it may. It may. It's looking like it. Plus, DWAC is coming up to about to give me the ATR that I like, around $1 ATR. It's 92 cents, which is a lot better than his 27 cents over here on BFRG. But the volume is super light. The relative volume is not abnormal on DWAC. And the relative standard deviation is also not normal, or not abnormal. All right, so back over here, strongest theme in the day. We got two main themes. So we got number one, I'm gonna say Trump news from DWAC. And then number two, BFRG pharma news. BFRG pharma news. All right, so time frame sync of the market. Let's look at what the SPY is doing now. It's later in the day. So where is our SPY? SPY looking like it's just still very bearish. Like I was saying, it came up here for another test of this double top, and it's showing on the monthly, showing a going red on the month. And then on the weekly, we can see even more red, filling this little gap that it had. And it almost looks like a gap down on the daily. And all of these time frame syncs are showing bearish action. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that on. Time frame sync for market sentiment. So it is synced up on all six for sure. That is showing bearish action. All right, so 0 is bearish. All right, so this one got a score of 50 here, and you can see the confidence in the trade for BFRG was our ticker that we were doing this for, BFRG. And yeah, outlook for the trade, yeah, no trade on BFRG. We're gonna let that thing play out. I'm more interested to see what DWAC wants to do, if it can start picking up volume. So yeah, all of that just to find out that there's no confidence, right? No confidence in our boy BFRG. Maybe if it had a little bit more ATR, maybe if it had a longer time trading or something, it would have knocked over this 60%, but it didn't. So DWAC, where's our boy DWAC? So DWAC got the Trump news, and I'll save this as BFRG. Save as somewhere. Where do I want to say this? This PC. All right, I'll save that for that. Trade calculations 2024. And we'll call this one trade calculator for BFRG for the date of 1.17.23. And we'll go ahead and save that in there. Okay. And let's start another one for DWAC. DWAC. Let's go get it. Showing that strong uptrend. Got the gap up, moving big dollars. So looking better and better. MIMO really not really doing much now after this little pullback. Hard pullback after it touched that level that we were looking at, which was a 36 false breakout, and just didn't have a whole lot of hopes up there. A lot of dreams getting crushed off that 36. I'm gonna go ahead and take MIMO off. And the The two that we're still looking at is BFRG and DWAC. BFRG, I could pull the other document out if it starts to meet the criteria, but at this point, all of this chop under the 350, I'm just like, you know, we'll see. DWAC, isn't he? It's up -1% on the day. It's not even a gapper. It's like it's just it had regained some of its losses from yesterday. Trade calculator template. Okay, so DWAC, our boy DWAC. Let's see what you got. How long has this ticker been trading? It's been trading since 24, 23, 22, just about almost 2 full years. So that's not a whole lot of history there. Let me see. Lori called out PTPI. We'll jump over to PTPI real quick instead of doing that. So let's jump over PTPI. PTPI got a pre-market pop up to 208. Lori Lee says DWAC is the best swing of this year. So we'll see what that one wants to do. Reliable BFRG, he's in there looking for that 350 to hold. And like I said, the psychiatric one, I'm still going to keep DWAC on watch though. Definitely looking for it to swing a little bit lower. And, you know, BFRG could surprise because a lot of times, you know, I'm like, I don't know about BFRG or something like BFRG. And sometimes they make some crazy moves. It is closing up here or opening a new candle up here around the 350s. And again, we'll see what happens with BFRG. Does it need to find support or is it just going to continue to grind higher? It is making lower lows or lower highs here. So wondering when it's going to tighten up and be able to make a true break of one of these highs. So the highest high that it went in pre-market was 390, then intraday 375 and 357. So just working its way, 350 is becoming what's looking like resistance, but could be support as well because it continues to trade around that level. But we'll see what kind of action it really wants to do. $355s. All right. I just realized it is 9 o'clock. I gotta get to my meeting. If you guys are gonna continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel. I'm gonna keep these two on watch. Oh my gosh, DWAC just popped up. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. DWAC up to 20. Like literally, we just looked at it. It was at what, 21? Whew, $2 rip out of there on DWAC. Getting yeah, DWAC is gonna be the main character of today for me. I'm gonna definitely be watching DWAC. Volume starting to pick up. It's hit 1 million shares now. It's got a dollar in ATR, so it's got the range. That's okay. DWAC's looking tasty. But yeah, I will definitely be in the Discord if y'all have any questions to ask or anything like that. I'll be in the Discord. Discord link has been dropped a couple times during the chat. But yeah, hit me up if you have any ideas or whatever you got. And I'll be checking my email to send Lori what she needs as well. But yeah, that is it for me today. And where am I? Where's my trades? Okay, left. Whoa, where'd it go? home trade stream. And yeah, DWAC is, oh my gosh, DWAC is tripping all the way up to 24s. Okay, stream potion. Which one of these do I want? I will take, let's take this one. Okay. All right. Yeah, but yeah, I got to get out of here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in again. Definitely keep an eye on DWAC, BFRG, you know, a little 10-cent breakout is still hanging around at 10 cent with DWAC taking off. I don't know. We're going to see, but whatever. I'll definitely keep an eye on it and update y'all in the Discord. But yeah, as always, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Reliable Rudy, Donnell, Lori, Lauren, Mike D, everybody that has tuned in, and I will see you on Friday. I don't know if y'all got any snow or ice or whatnot, but yeah, we got sleet, but it's pretty much, the sun came out and pretty much just cleared everything up. At least nothing really stuck, so we'll be able to get out and go and do whatever, because we don't have ice tires here. It's always hot. But yeah, you guys have a great week, and I will check back with you guys on Friday. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.